Right, welcome to the Compliance Weekly Sync for the 9th of May. And the first order of business is to walk the milestone board. Does anyone want to share their screen and take us through it? Or I can pick somebody. Asima, do you want to take us through?
Sure thing.
Thanks.
Just manage. Is my screen visible? Yeah. So I think we begin from closed and go backwards, right? Let me check it very fast. Anyone remembers from where we left in the last week?
The GCP logging issue.
We have a bookmark. Yes. Streaming audit events to Google Cloud login.
Okay.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, so basically, I created this issue to start our integration for audit events to Google Cloud Logging Service. It's promoted to Epic, and we have multiple issues under it. Next one is don't create group 7 membership audit events. So I verified this change. It was not creating any duplicate audit events, so I will simply close it. Next is export compliance framework report. Sam, do you have any?
Yes. This is for exporting the frameworks on this was the back end part of the change. The front end part is shipped but not enabled yet. There's one MR left that'll tie those two together.
Yeah. Okay. Group protected branch cannot choose a user. Zephyr. Yeah.
This was actually a bug which is in the group protected branches feature flag rollout. This was fixed by front end by Jay. So thanks for fixing this, Jay. I have another update on this one. I started rolling out the feature flag today, since this was the last one of the bugs which were blocked on rolling the feature flag. But while rolling the feature flag, I encountered a couple of other issues. I have recorded a video of that and added it to the feature flag issue. The current state is that this particular feature flag is enabled on all the non-production environments right now. It's still not enabled on production. If anyone wants to enable it for production environments, it supports the group actor, so we can enable it for a particular group if you want to test on production. The comments I have added on the feature flag rollout issue, which is still in workflow ready for development.
Yeah. Next we have is Spike determine the unit test coverage for compliance features.
So in this issue, I determined the unit test coverage of different backend and front-end files which belong to government compliance. And I created an MR for adding the missing files to the code owners file in GitLab repository.
Okay.
If you keep scrolling down, you could see the results in that issue. They're in the comments.
All of them were 100 except the one of the files that we are not using, like planning to deprecate.
Yes, the front end had a little bit more interesting, but we're not 100% sure about that. So I've created a follow-up issue to have a look in that in the future.
Okay. Yeah. So we have one in verification, it's a documentation change. Then we have some in reviews, some in developments. I want to discuss something here.
That's a lot of issues in review. Is there any that we can help push through as a team?
I think this just got merged, so I will just update it.
I've got one on my review queue today.
Yeah, I think I also have a MR from Sam to review.
I think for
Okay.
16.0, our MR needs to be merged by 11th. Otherwise, they will not be considered in the release.
Okay. Yeah, so let's wait for today, or if there are any blockers that we need to push, we can call them out.
I don't have any open review requests, so if anyone needs some, I have availability.
Okay. So we don't have anything in blocked. There are a bunch of issues in ready for development and planning breakdown. Anyone wants to discuss them?
I might have one thing to say about planning breakdown. I'm currently looking at the violations export, and the issue mentions that we should do the API first so we can use that for the export. But it seems weird for me that we would create a GraphQL API and then use it in the back end for creating an export. I haven't started looking deep into it yet, but that did state me as kind of odd. There might be some reusability of finders for me, but I don't see us using GraphQL APIs called up from the backend. Feel free to correct me if there is a pattern of that, but it seems odd to me.
Are you talking about this issue or this one?
Yes,
API
they
to
both go
list?
together basically.
Okay.
This is what I'm talking about. It's sort of loosely worded that we can, yeah, reuse it for the export.
Okay, so I think we can go through them asynchronously and you can tag the team.
Yeah, I just wanted to call it to attention. We don't need to do that now for sure.
Anything from design?
I don't think so. I think the first one I will the filter one, I will do it this week. And the UX sim one, I'm still working on the solution validation, prepare for the prototype. And the roadmap one, I think I need to put it on pause because we are waiting for the research from Michael, but he won't be able to do it this milestone. So I need to sync with him to see when we can pick it up again. So that's the update.
Yep. This is first weekly and probably is the final weekly. Talk about these blockers.
I thought you were going to click the view password button there for a second.
No. So we have two for 16.0. First one is filter for all protected branches on compliance report. Then we have event type information. I
Uh,
think
the
this one
event-
will,
This will be blocked, yes. So still
Yeah.
on the,
yeah, we still have to do that.
Mhm.
Dynamic event types yet. Filter for all protected branches on compliance report.
I added a comment on this one yesterday, and Derek will be looking into this, I believe. Yes.
So, yeah,
Sorry team, were there any other release posts that we need to get written up before the 11th? Or any of the work that's currently being completed? Will be completed?
If those MRs for instance level audit event destinations get merged before in this release, then we might have to send that.
Also, the framework export report that Sam worked on, I guess it should have a release post because it was a big thing.
Yes, yeah, and I think also Ilya has done some of the quick edits and edit framework stuff on that report as well, this milestone, so that'd be good to release as well. The other one I wanted to ask was, Michael, around the API endpoint to retrieve all audit events, if there was any, if that would make it this milestone.
No way. I don't know if you looked at the merge request, but the database reviewer wants me to revisit the original implementation using the in operator thing. So just started reworking that merge request now. So still going back and forth on merge request.
Okay, thanks for the update. All right, so next on the agenda, I've got the next two items. So in the engineering all hands, you might have seen there was a discussion around a development fund budget for Q2. I've created an issue and linked it in the stock as well. So please put your thoughts on what we could eventually use this budget for to catch up and do some fun stuff. And the second one was, I mentioned the OKRs for Q2 were added in last week. One of them was around increasing the AI knowledge within the team. So I've opened up an issue around some of the training and ideas that we have, which I've linked there as well. So please add your thoughts and ideas. Next one's with you, Huzaifa.
I think we discussed this. I just discussed this. This was related to another blocker that we found out while releasing the feature flag for group protected branches. I recorded a video and added it to the issue if anyone wants to take a look.
Cool. Anything else from anyone to discuss? Atesh, I thought you might have had a question you wanted to ask around instance order events.
Let me check the code first, and otherwise I'll post it in the group. I had two questions regarding that, regarding testing.
Cool. All right then. If there's nothing else, I'll turn off the recording. Everyone have a wave at the camera.